Welcome to Mid-Maxers. We are a hobbyist Dungeons & Dragons group that get together, play games, and record it for your enjoyment. Come join us at VOX HUBRIS.
We begin our story in the sleepy town of Middleton. It is a quiet, unassuming place in the western Daros province, in the country of Presnia, somewhere that the ravages of time tend not to affect. The people there live simple lives, quiet and unaffected by the world beyond its borders, relatively densely populated by humans, which is a bit out of character for the otherwise elven-dominated towns in the nearby vicinity. It is the kind of place that is completely average in every conceivable fashion. The people live their day-to-day lives, go to work, go to market, go home. It is a completely static and unchanging environment. I think the most generic town you can possibly think of, the babble of people talking, buying things, selling things, going where they need. And yet today is the day when everything changes, and it will all begin with you. Today is the 15th Veil of Moonshade, and each of you, all of differing backgrounds and histories, have found your way to this town, and, as per the request of the mysterious contact, had arrived at the Middleton Town Hall, along with a gathering of a few others, all looking about with equal parts curiosity and confusion. Everybody roll a d20. We're going to determine how you introduces their characters in order, and announce your numbers, / put them into the chat.
I got a natural 1.
Okay, we know who's going first.
Okay, I got a 13.
I rolled a 4.
I also got a 4.
Should we roll again?
Yeah, you two roll again.
Right.
Oh, not 133.
That's the
Nat
highest
20.
number in the universe.
I got another 4. So
Well then.
Yeah, I got a nat 20.
Alright, Bones. Begin your introduction.
Okay, I has questions, so we're at the government center, right?
It's kind of the town hall government centre. It's not really... It looks fancy, but it's not really that big. And yeah, it's not really got that many people walking in and out of it. It doesn't seem to be particularly in much of a use right now.
Okay, so I have a question. So does this city hall have any ostentatious like statues in it? Like, you know how like they spent a lot of monies on this like lobby entryway fancy thing that really has no point? Do they have something like that there?
Absolutely not. This place at one point may have been a somewhat more impressive environment, but it does look a little bit run down.
Okay, alright, if it's run down then I know it. So off in a random corner you will see a kind of Victorian garbed woman with a very large black sun hat on that's got a big old veil on it. The veil is dark enough where you don't actually see the person's face. She's wearing gloves and she has just very basic heeled shoes, not terribly heeled where she can't walk in them, but she's just she's sitting over in the corner and she has a white rag out and she is cleaning the walls currently. And that's what she's doing.
That very well. I was not expecting the cleaning. Let's go. There we go. Okay, who was next? Who was next on the list?
is it me?
That will be you. Yes, it will be you.
Alright. So you will see a half-orc, kind of extraordinarily large, coming in at around 8 feet tall, kind of big, strongly muscled, long, flowing, kind of reddish, orange hair, kind of greenish, bluish eyes, not wearing a shirt, tattoos, 3 tattoos on him, patchworked pants, and a great axe on his back, and he's just kind of looking around, just kind of scratching the back of his head, a bit confused of what's going on. It's like standing right in the middle, kind of looking.
Very nice. Right. I would say then... Is that everything you've got for your character? Sorry.
Yes.
Then we shall move on to Hailiwu.
You see, almost presenting herself to everyone in the immediate vicinity just by her clothing alone, being almost blindingly obnoxious and flamboyant in nature. You see a 5'1", relatively small Genasi walking around and introducing herself to anyone who seems to be of immediate vicinity, that doesn't seem to be busy with any other activities, making herself known and giving pleasant greetings and how do you do, how's your day sort of scenarios, but obviously in French.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour.
Marie, the baguettes, hurry up!
Oh,
Already in it with fresh jokes.
yep, it begins. It begins. Right. Is that everything for your character?
Yes.
Then we shall move on to, I believe, Wulfram.
Right. Okay. Sitting somewhat towards the middle area, waiting area, and very much alone due to everyone else seemingly to have vacated anywhere near him, is a somewhat tall figure, human male by appearance of face, standing at 6'2". He's currently sitting, dressed in what looks to be full or at least half-plate armor, pauldron on one shoulder, slightly furred cape, half cape on the other, with red fletching skirts over his breeves and sabaton feet and legs. On his side is a helmet and great axe, one leaning against the other. And he has somewhat of a, not perpetual scowl, but somewhat of a lazy, apathetic look on his face. He has ash blonde hair that reaches down to his neck in somewhat of a middle part from the top of his head. And you can see a few faint scars as he scans over his face. One to the right side of his mouth specifically, as he scans the room with his slate blue eyes. He doesn't seem to be aggressive or anything. He's just casually looking about, making no move to interact with anyone.
Very nice. Is that the end of your description?
Yes, I believe so.
And then finally we come to Ditto.
Okay, I think Ditto got there super early. Got there really early, and then sort of made herself at home against a wall.
I want to fight this with a dice roll of who got there the earliest.
Oh,
Initiative,
okay.
roll initiative.
Initiative? I have a +0 to initiative, so here I go. Alright, I got a 14.
Okay, give me a second. I got a natural 20 plus 1, so 21.
You were earlier.
I was there yesterday.
Okay, so I didn't camp outside. I showed up. It was still dark in the morning, and Bones was there, and I was like, "Oh, that's a bit weird." Thought I'd be the alien, so that's okay. So Ditto is like against a wall. She's just like glasses on, detective mode activated. Is just like looking around. She's got her wizard hat on, kind of like hobo chic library comfy clothes on. And she's got like brown skin, gray eyes, like bleach blonde dreadlocks. Just they're tied up now because she's like, I'm ready to go. Sleeves rolled up. I'm ready to see what's going on. And she hasn't noticed Hailiwu yet, but like when she came in, she was like, I don't know if I know her, but I'm just gonna keep to myself. So whenever someone talks to her, she's like friendly, but is still like kind of intensely tunnel vision on what is going on. That's Ditto.
That's Ditto. Okay, because Bones and Ditto arrived so bloody early, they too would have noticed the arrival of more than just the party, but 4 others, equally seeming confused at the situation, looking around, occasionally glancing at you. I provided handouts for each of you with the pictures of these characters. We'll now go through description. 2 of them arrive together. A hulking knight dressed in glistening golden armor that seems to just gleam every single light that bounces off the room. And a somewhat smaller, definitely compared to him, red-haired human woman with glasses who does not seem to be all that particularly pleased, but the 2 of them appear to be in deep conversation when they arrive, taking their own time to find another unoccupied corner and continue their chat. One of them will occasionally glare as they go past each person, just sort of keeping an eye on who's arriving and exactly what's going on. Followed by a very quiet young woman in a robe. She doesn't make eye contact with anybody as she arrives, and she doesn't continue to make eye contact with anybody even as others arrive. She shows no interest. She merely stands off to one side with a letter in hand and otherwise making no indication that she has interest in the other people around the room. And finally, a tall, dark-haired man, probably human, looks human, in a long coat, comes in, cigarette in mouth, looks around, scans curiously at everybody around him, before promptly taking his own place in the middle of the room, ever looking around, checking, investigating things as he does so. You now have the floor. Feel free to do as you wish. Chat, bond, see each other, whatever you feel like.
Can I insight check the room? Like, all these people in it that I don't know?
Okay,
Do a
what kind? Do you want to do a vibe check?
Yeah,
I
I'll
was-
vibe check.
I would also like to vibe check everyone in the room.
Everybody
Everyone.
vibe check.
I do mean everyone.
Yep, everybody vibe check.
My plus 3
Oh.
insight. Here I go.
Alright, let me look at my insight. Oh, it's so much better than salty.
I got a 12.
So that's 14 plus. Sorry, give me a sec. I'm bad at
It's okay, she's cleaning the wall.
this. That's a 15.
14.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Make sure to write it also into the chat just so I can keep track of numbers as things change.
Okay, my boy.
Okay, let's have a look. So, Kajal is probably distracted by a few things or two.
He's just kind of confused. This is a really big building. It's got stuff around. He doesn't really know why. He's a bit like, what is this place? Why is it so strange? Is there meant to be someone to help me, or this is confusing? Where's the long take? Where's somewhere working? Is there someone to eat here? Is this like an eating place? Is this like a talking place? Where are the people I talk to?
Poor
This is-
Kajal.
He's confused by bureaucracy. Absolutely no one.
Oh yeah.
Just
yeah.
absolutely no one. Quite loudly. Probably everyone can hear him.
Oh, God.
Which is probably the
he's-
first thing that everybody else notices on their insight checks is that there's this you've got this giant lumbering guy talking to himself.
Is there any, is there any staff here, or is it empty?
It's empty. It's empty.
Huh.
It's surprisingly empty, in fact. Like, the only people have been you who have arrived. And as all of the rest of you look around, and as they arrive, as they sort of do their own thing, none of them really seem to have an idea of what's going on. Everybody seems equally confused. Occasionally, you'll find that some of them are looking down at letters that they've all received, much like the letters that you have received.
Okay.
But-
Wolfram's
This is
just.
You go.
Sorry. Wolfram's just scanning the crowd of everyone, just like, this is gonna be a bad time, isn't it? He mutters to himself.
I just realized that's the only person who looks like they work there is Bones. Because she's cleaning the wall.
I'm done, by the way.
Oh,
So,
Ditto?
I think I'll stand up. I'll go up to Casual. I got my rusty hospitality. I'll go up. I'm a friendly. I think I'll go and like tap him, and I'll just be like, "Who are you talking to?"
I'm talking.
You.
Oh, hi. My name's Kajal. I'm like, hold on a
Hi,
sec.
I'm Ditto. I'll shake his hand. He shakes the hand, and I like shake. I'm like, "Oh shit."
Just like, yeah, he's like he's trying to hold back, but even then, it's like,
Yeah, my whole arm gets shake, and I take my hand back. I'm like, "Okay, who are you talking to?"
just trying to figure out what, like, do you know what's going on here? Cause I don't. It seems weird.
Did you get one of these? And I hold up the letter.
Oh yeah. It's mean. They call me to the simple creature of the Outlands. I don't know what that means though.
Simple.
Yeah, that just seems mean.
That does seem mean. Can I read your letter?
Can I read yours?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Swapsies?
All right. Swaps.
We
Okay.
swap letters.
Okay, I'll give you access so you can see each other's letter transcripts.
Can I go over at this point? Because I rolled to go see Kajal.
Yeah, feel free.
Hailiwu just kind of half skipping over, and she says, bonjour, bonjour. How are we doing today?
You don't work here, do you?
No. I got a letter as well.
Okay, well, we're all exchanging letters. Do you want to I'll quickly read this one, and then I'll read yours. I'm information gathering.
Okay, I shall provide everybody with access to.
No.
Oh,
Hailiwu will turn around and just goes, pardon me, but not personally.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine.
That's all right.
I'll just read this guy's, and I point up at Cardinal.
May I get your names? I am Hailiwu.
I'm Cardinal.
Me, Hailiwu? I thought you looked familiar. Oh my gosh. Is this up close? You're really short.
Listen,
to be fair, most people are short to me.
To you, yeah, but Hailiwu looked so tall when I saw her. So, big orc man. I saw this lady while she was working at the office. Her performance was amazing. I have a keyring, and I show her the keyring.
Hailiwu lets out a pleased hum, but also had an eyebrow twitch at being called short, while keeping a nice smile.
Wait, what are you doing here?
I got a letter as well. Seems.
Okay, let me read this letter.
To the
They called you simple. That's so mean.
Yeah, I know. But
Do you want to make your father proud? I assume you have daddy issues.
No, that's great. I want to make him proud. I also want to make my mum proud.
I mean, those are okay. That's a bit far.
What?
Take your letter back, and I give him a letter. Give me my letter back.
Okay. All right.
I read faster than you.
Oh, okay.
said the one who thought that simple was mean.
May I have your names? She's kind of just.
Oh.
I'm Cardinal. I said that.
I'm Ditto. Ditto Barrel.
A pleasure to meet you both.
Nice to meet the Hailiwu in person. Wow.
Are you like part of a circus or something? I don't mean to sound rude.
No. I was. Yes.
Did you leave the circus? Why?
No, not leave.
Well, I mean, she's
we'll talk
here,
about
and
it later.
there's not. Is a circus outside or something?
No.
Aww. I look really disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. Should probably see if we can find any employees. She just kind of looks around to see if there's anyone. I'm like, no.
Well, not that this is anything, but that lady over there, and I point to Bones, she was here before I was, and I got here super early.
Oh. Can I
don't know
ask?
if that meant for an employee or anything, but...
Bones?
Can I ask that while they're talking, can I ritual cast detect magic? Fucking.
Yes, I am just sending you what you see.
Oh, this fish tastes so bad, guys. Give me a sec.
I insight check that because I sense lies. Not that I'm super excited about fish. Now, if you're eating fish and chips from London, then I'd be super jealous.
Special about London fish and chips versus Australian.
I don't know. I know London fish and chip is better than American, so that's why I like it.
That's fair.
And by the seaside fish and chips are the best.
This has been brought to you by National Fish and Chips.
Apparently, yeah.
There we go. Get a fish and chip sponsorship.
Yeah.
I'll get it for you. You just wait. I'll get it for you. Oh, all right. As they're talking about Bones and they look to Bones, she stops. She kind of looking around a little bit, and she puts her handkerchief away that she was using to clean. And she walks over to some doors and just starts looking down hallways and stuff.
So yeah, I don't know if she's the maid or something, but she's been cleaning for hours.
It's a bit unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I'll go find information about what's going on with the other two of us.
There's a bunch of people. I hold up my letter and I shout to the room. Did everybody get one of these?
From the others, you have a glance come from the woman in the robe. She sort of nods in your direction and looks back again. The man, upon seeing this, looks somewhat intrigued and gives you a wave. And the two in the corner having a chat completely ignore you and continue on with their conversation.
Super rude. Very rude.
Wulfram will actually look over and stand up at that, gathering his helmet and axe before wandering over a bit. As soon as he's in hearing distance, yeah, I got one.
What did Joss say? He's insulted that guy's intelligence. I point to Kajal.
Oh, hi, my name's Kajal. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, he was called simple in his letter.
Name's Wolfram. I'll say mine was equally as rude and leave it at that.
Was mine rude? Did I just not see that? I look at my letter again.
Mine was not particularly rude.
Guess he just didn't like me then.
Hailiwu just Hailiwu looks at Wulfram and then looks at Carter and then kind of looks both of them up and down and just goes, perhaps they have a type.
Huh.
Oh, it obviously ain't me then.
Maybe. Wait. I don't get it. Hailiwu, what do you mean by that?
Well, the two females of us had seemingly polite letters.
I guess. This is really weird that there's nobody here. Are there windows? Can we, like, look out the window?
You can look, well, there are windows. You can look out the windows, but as you are saying this, the entire room, there's a sudden doom, and everything is plunged into darkness, even though there are windows right out there and daylight was streaming through it just moments ago.
Is it magical darkness?
It is magical darkness.
Good to know.
Okay.
There is a sudden drum roll.
What?
It starts playing. You got the and a spotlight starts right up.
As this is going on, Wolfram will have clipped his helmet to his side and grab his axe in ready position.
And appears before you. Oh, absolutely. And appearing before you in the spotlight is none other than a colourful, red and relatively youthful-looking dragonborn, draped in all manner of fine, colourful clothes of reds and greens and yellows and oranges. He stands there, holding out with a staff in hand, topped with a glistening green gem, and announces, "Welcome, welcome, one and all. So lovely to see your faces. I must admit I am disappointed that so few showed up to participate. There is always more time for join. But more important than them is that you have arrived, my dear friends and guests of honor. For what I offer you is nothing but your heart's deepest, darkest desires, and all you need to do is, well, it's so simple you barely need explaining." He starts to stroll back and forth across the edge of the stroll back and forth between the windows, looking over you all.
I'll lean down to Hailiwu. Is this like some sort of show or something?
Yeah, are you in on this?
Oh no, this has nothing to do with me.
You may want to pay attention.
Hey, do a flip.
Can I insight what he said?
Yes, you may. You may indeed.
Okay.
I want to heckle him.
He just glances over in your direction. It's like, hush, hush, hush. There's plenty of time for explanations later on, and I will not be performing any form of tricks, as you say.
Boo.
Okay, I only got a 10, so it's just...
Okay, yeah. You don't pick up anything other than this is a very unusual character strolling about before you.
I do
Well,
know
then
my eyes.
what can you do then?
Well, I'm the game master, aren't I? And you are my players.
Getting meta with this shit.
James.
And it's a very simple game, of course. I'm providing you all with a scavenger hunt. I've hidden some delightful little trinkets all around the nearby lands, and you merely need to find them. Once you've done that, you head up north to the Pharos of Ral, and you win.
Bones will walk up close to where this guy is, but about 60 feet away from him. And she'll give a curtsy. She's like, "Greetings. Before we start with this game, I am curious of what the rules are."
The rules. There are not many particular rules. I will provide you with a location that you must go to, an item that you must find, and then you must collect it. Simple as. He also does a very low curtsy.
All
sending you
games
a
have rules.
Okay. Sorry, what was that, son?
She said all games have rules. rules.
Well, of course, but my rule is find the item and you win. There's not really much else beyond that. I mean, if you wish to, you could go over there and kill the big old orc over there.
Why?
What?
He's simple.
Okay.
Don't say that where he can hear.
Damn it, Ditto.
Just like look down at Ditto, and
Yes, but what
and
do you
you're
get?
short and weak.
Aw, not very nice. True. Not very nice.
Well, you weren't very nice either.
I'm sorry.
I'm
what
sorry, too.
will you do with us once we get these items for you? What will you look for?
The items, they're already my own personal possessions. I just wish for you to go and find them again for me.
But what are they?
Ah,
Oh, well, it's interesting you asked, because I have a fun little game for... I've got an extra layer to the game show. Do you want to know what it is?
Not really.
disclosure
bad.
would be best.
Yes. Can you
Oh.
inform us more, Game Master, or can we
It-
refer to you about another name?
Oh, another name? Another name? Oh, I'm most known as Verix.
Can I do a history on that name?
Yes,
Ooh,
you can.
please. Me too.
Yeah,
Can I do that?
everyone can roll a history on the name if they wish
Do I have
to.
advantage?
Going for a
God!
history roll.
I'm gonna stop
gonna try
using
and
this die
Great for
because
advantage,
it's
DM.
usually good to me, but this time it's not.
Yeah, that's just 3.
Well, let's see what
Cultural-
I get.
Well,
I got a 9. I'll put it in the
Nope,
chat.
I got a 4.
Kaltra raises his hands and says,
18.
Is the answer 42?
It can be if you wish, I'm sure. He then looks over. So he doesn't even bat an eyelid. He looks kind of bored at the response. It's like, I think my letter was particularly effective with that one. However, for Ditto, well, for everybody else, you have no recognition of that name whatsoever. For Ditto, you have absolutely no recognition of that name whatsoever.
God, you.
Yep.
Damn
So-
you. I even wrote in my notes like an extra arrow. Damn you.
Bones will look at the others and kind of gauge their recognition of him and just get the they don't know this guy.
And then Verix will smile. It sounds like you're all on board. I mean, if
No,
even if you're
wait,
not.
Hang on. Hang on.
Shh. He'll wave a hand, and you will now all be plunged into a almost unconscious-like state. Wulfram, would you kindly meet me in the secret chat?
Okay.
As for you, in
Right.
the dark, you feel nothing, and then slowly but surely, a vision appears before you of a strange, small hamlet of sorts, and alongside that, a glowing, glistening crystal ball. And as the vision grows, fades, appears and loses itself in the mists, you just hear a voice. The dog of the dog has such a lovely ring to it. Who's a good boy? You are. It's just such a shame that other people can't see it. No matter, I have a fix for you. Like father, like son, your journey's begun. A future of loss, grief, and pain. To eastly you go, seek the moon's gentle glow, like the moth that is drawn to the flame. I gift to you the blessing of loyalty. And then the vision starts to fade, and you're back in the room. And I shall provide you with access to that vision, and the
Okay,
blessing,
thank you.
and the
I'm trying to
poem.
write it down. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, I've written everybody's down, so there's no worries there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, hello, welcome, Ditto, to your own personal hell.
What?
In the darkness, you begin to see a fog clearing, a large mansion appearing before you through it, and in there, but it seems to be constantly interspliced with a heavy stone ball interlaid with runes. As you start to focus on this, you suddenly hear a voice. All those stories you've locked away in your head must be so useful when it comes to taking on the dangers of the real world. You must be so smart, I don't even need to give you this blessing. But I'm going to anyway. Now nobody will question how wise you are.
What?
And then, age before wisdom, or that's what they say, but all of us age at the end of the day. The library girl, or is it woman or crone? The thing that you seek is one carved in stone. To find what you must, you needn't look far, for the town it is in is right where you are. And I shall provide you with a nice little handout.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 What have you done?
For as the darkness starts to dissipate, you look down at your hands, old, gnarled, and your body seemingly hunched, for you have become as old as time itself, as far as you can fathom. You don't feel any different, but you look absolutely ancient. Okay, in the darkness. Oh god, this is fun. This is so much fun so far. Where are you, Bones? There you are, Bones. As you sink into the dark, deep recesses of unconsciousness, mists start to scroll across your vision, and you gain sight of a small town, a clock tower of sorts in the distance. It's dark, almost like it's twilight, and interspliced with this, you see a strange-looking staff. And then, in the back of your head, you hear, "You will become the life of the party. You just can't stop being the focus of attention. Whatever you do, wherever you go, you can be sure that everyone will stop and want to have a chat. Isn't that just wonderful? I grant to you the blessing of popularity." And then, moment of pause before the forlorn undead. So quiet and shy, her memory is lost, she knows not where they lie. The secrets she has are hidden from view, but how does she know what is false and what's true? An object in Southvale, a bond to be broken. Turn back the clock, the power awoken. And I shall provide you with access to a lovely little handout that contains all of that information. And your
Oh, thank God. I was like, where do I type this? I don't got notes. I don't take notes.
Don't worry, I've prepared prepared the notes for you all to check in your own
I
time.
prepare notes for being a DM. I don't do it as a player. See me at Tess. Alright.
And when you...
I seen this car coming a mile away.
Oh, absolutely. But when you awaken, whilst it's not a case of you notice anything seemingly different, you don't even need to make an insight check to notice that anyone who is awake is currently looking at you for a second before turning away.
I feel like Bones just knows it in her bones. No pun intended. She knows this little shit did something. She's not gonna like it. All right, that's her old lady's senses tingling. All right, I'm going over to the other side.
Okay, farewell, farewell. In the darkness of your unconscious mind, you start to see visions flash before you of a town, of a circus, of music playing in the background, and a ring. All of these things floating, appearing, nothing quite something you can hold on to, nothing graspable, but it's all there. It feels almost real before it's snatched away. And then, in the back of your mind, how can you live a life so filled with noise and colour all the time? You'd think it'd be enough to drive someone crazy. Don't worry though, I can help you out. Time for you to take a walk on the mild side. I grant you the modest touch. And with that, live with passion, dance with pride, colours keep the pain inside. To make sure that you're not too much, I gift to you the modest touch. I don't want this, is what you say. I beg of you, take it away. Such a disappointment, what a shame, but if you're sure, then play my game. Run west to the circus, run quick and then run faster. And whilst you're there, find the ring of the master. And then, the darkness fades, and you are back to yourself. However, as you watch, dark black starts to creep across your outfit. Your very vibrant look starting to droop and wither into old-timey Victorian garb, stuff that tightly clings to your neck, makes your hat so much less interesting. In fact, every single part of you is completely boring. There is not a single interesting thing within your appearance. Even your makeup has been stripped from your face.
I need to ask a question.
Yes, you may.
Did this change my eyes?
No, the eyes have stayed the same.
Okay, good.
Yeah, the eyes are not a what's the word? It's like an external
accessory.
Thank you. Yeah. So
Okay.
those have remained. Your skin color has remained. Anything that is you has remained. It's just everything that you put on yourself is now incredibly dull.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh. Enjoy your blessing. In the dark gloom of your the recesses of your mind, you begin to see a strange vision appear before you. A cathedral, one that has a deep, dark secret. And down in that deep, dark secret, you spy what looks like a crown. And then you hear in the back of your mind, "You think you're a big man, don't you? Well, we can't have that go into your head. Nobody likes a bloated ego, after all. Don't you worry, though. I have the perfect fix to show you a little humility."
I feel like you're being a bit hypocritical.
You get no response, but instead of poem, a man of honor stands proud and tall, but the higher the height, the greater the fall. Seek out the crown that establishes rule hidden within the Church of Northall. Do not claim its power or succumb to its call, else you'll find you will nothing at all. I gift to you perspective. And as the darkness See, as the darkness parts and you look around, everything seems unusual to you. Everything seems significantly bigger than you have ever noticed before. But the truth is, nothing is bigger around you. You are instead far, far smaller than you once were. 3 feet tall, in fact. Verix will stand there before you all, smile. And it's been wonderful, but I suppose you probably want to get on your way now, don't you?
No! I super don't! Can we kill this guy?
What did you do?
What did you do?
Why is everything so tall?
My back hurts.
Verix will merely laugh. I see you're all enjoying everything already. Very well, be on your way. He'll bow and plunge everything back into darkness again. Once the dark is gone, he is gone too, with merely all of you looking a little bit worse for wear.
Are the blessings still there?
The blessings are still there.
Oh no! Oh no!
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this session, please like, subscribe, and check out other videos on this channel for more D&D antics.